Hi guys and welcome back. A little while ago I did a video on how to fit a secret opening compartment on a VW transporter. Now the reason for fitting that compartment was, as I said in the video, it was to give you options for fitting things like a water supply or electric hookup and so on. My intention was to have electric hookup and also an LPG inlet to fill up my gas. Now I wasn't actually even going to make a video on how to do this, because for the simple reason is there's loads of videos already out there on how to fit these LPG systems, and more importantly the actual inlet which comes as a kit form. However, I've started this project and I've come across some issues which I wanted to share with you, just in case you were thinking of doing it, because I've actually committed myself to it now and I've run into some problems. So I want to share that with you and see if we can maybe have a workaround how to fix this problem. So let's jump straight in and I'll show you what I'm on about. Right, so this is the compartment I was on about. If you saw my video on how to fit it, it's I'll put a link in so you can have a look on how to fit this secret compartment in. However, these are the issues I have at the moment. So I'll open it up. There's my electric hookup, no problem at all there. That's fantastic. But this is the problem now I have here. So that big massive gaping hole is for this kit we have here. So it's a LPG, this is the rest of it. So when you go to a petrol station to fill up your LPG, you know what it does. You just plug it in, shoot it full of gas, job done. You see these a lot on caravans and so on, this kind of stuff, right? So the way this works is that goes in the hole. This is the backing plate which sits on the back, and everything should be hunky-dory. But these are the issues I've got. As you can see, there is 1, 2, 3 layers of metal. 3. So I've bored through 3 layers of metal, and inside is 1 more layer. Right, so the first issue I have is this is going to sit flush, no problem, but the mounting bracket which fits on the back also needs to sit flush. Now it's not going to sit flush for the simple reason the metal is all at different angles, so that's an issue. So the bracket that comes with the kit is now not really gonna function as it's supposed to. But as I said, I am committed now. I mean, you can see the layers I've cut through. That was actually quite thick, that layer. You can see how thick that actually was. So what was, I thought, going to be an easy job has now turned into a bit of a headache. But as I said, I'm committed now and I really do want it there. I mean, obviously once in place it's going to look lovely if I can actually get it to see that's what I want. So I need now to find a way round how to attach this and everything else securely, so when it does come to filling, it's not going to move about and be loose and just not feel right. It needs to be safe as well. So as I said, I wanted to share this with you just in case you was thinking of doing the same thing. I did have a look for videos about having this kind of fitment behind this compartment here, and I actually couldn't find one when I was looking, and I got a feeling now this is the reason why. I had no idea. I knew it was double skinned. I didn't think it was triple skinned, or in this case really quadruple skinned. But in for a penny, in for a pound, as they say. Let's crack on. So on the inside now, I don't know if you can sort of see that because it's really tight positioning here. I've sort of drew a square or a rectangle of what I want to cut. I've drilled a few holes as well, just so I can see from the other side where exactly, if that rectangle is actually centralized with the circle cut out. It looks okay. Obviously the issue I have now is just getting something in here that I can actually use to cut. I'm going to try a jigsaw. It's going to be a bit awkward, but hopefully that will cut this flap out. But as I say, yeah, I am literally making this up as I go along because I don't have a clue if this is going to work or not, but we'll give it a go. Okay, so I've cut away a section on the inner panel, which you can see here. I didn't cut it completely away because to be honest, I just don't know what I'm going to do at this moment. Now, I know you're most probably thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? And I know you're thinking that because I'm thinking exactly the same thing myself. I just don't have a clue. Right, so I've assembled everything now. It's all how it needs to be. So you've got the backing plate there, that screws into there, and also I've done the pipe as well. Connected all that up, making sure that the collars are in there, so when you tighten up it all secures on itself, and hopefully gas leak proof. So yeah, hopefully that's all okay. It's nice and tight and solid, so that shouldn't be a problem. Now all we're going to do is thread it through that hole there, and as I said earlier, because there's different layers, I'm going to have to try and use some kind of brackets to hold all this in place, because we can't use the actual kit as it came, because it's not meant to be going in something like this. So but I'll thread it through, see what it sits like and where the pipe goes, and then we'll see how we're going to attach it. I've come to the conclusion that I cannot use this backing plate. This is completely useless. I think it's completely useless at the moment because it's just not going to match against what it was intended to be used for. Right, so if things ain't bloody bad enough, I've hit another snag now. I've connected the connector at the back just to see if I did manage to get it secured where the pipe would have to go, and as you can see, it's pointing downwards, and even if you rotate it, that's going to be pointing, and that's going to sit behind the metal. Turn it up, still no good, I can't connect the pipe, and if you turn it that way, it's actually hitting where are we? It's actually hitting the bodywork, so no matter which way you turn it, it's no good. So I need to get a new one of these LPG connectors with the pipe coming straight out the middle, so straight out of that bit there, not coming out at a 45-degree angle. So I can't carry on at the moment until I get another one of those. Happy days. I've got it in place and I've secured it by using these brackets. I've sort of manipulated them so they fit on the back, and I screw into them straight into the plastic with these type of screws here. They're like an 8mm head and they screw in, and it seems to have secured it very well. So as you can see, it is slightly off center, well, not off center, slightly, as you can see, it's not perfectly horizontal, because it was simply because the pipe, how it came out at the back, just didn't allow it to get it perfectly straight because it was close to the actual bodywork inside. So that's the best I could get it. I don't think it's going to be a problem. It just means when you fill her up, the nozzle will slightly have to be at a slight angle. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Obviously, until I try it, I'm not going to know. But yeah, I've got this one more bracket. So I've got one on there already, and it's very, very tight. That's not going anywhere. But I'm going to put another one on there as well, just to make absolutely sure. I'll bolt that up, and then I'm going to seal it. I didn't want to put any sealer on it just at this moment in time because I didn't know if this was going to work or not. So I will seal it to make sure it's watertight as well, and then we can carry on with the rest of it. Okay, so now that we've connected all the pipes up at the back, made sure that everything is tight and secure, obviously this is bolted in properly now from the back using those brackets, sealed as well to stop the water from getting in. Gas is all plumbed in. We're all ready to go. The final test now is to actually go to a station and fill her up and see if everything works as it should. So on this gas bottle we've actually got a meter here where you can see, so I'm just above the yellow. So we'll go to a station, pump some LPG gas into it for the first time, I've never done it before, and see if it's all good. Fingers crossed. So we'll see you at the station. That looks different to what I saw on. You've got to line up the lugs. Oh, and then maybe twist. Does this twist? Yeah.
Oh, that way?
That's it. Now twist.
Oh, that's it.
No. You've got to twist it to lock it, didn't you? Twist that.
It's all the way. I've locked it.
No, clockwise, not anti-clockwise. That's it, isn't it? Is that it? What happens if it's not in place and you... Oh, God. No, you've got to press the button now. Oh, God.
So hold it.
Press and hold. Wait, where's the thing? Let's see if that's... Oh my God, it's going up. It's actually going up. Alright, what happened? Okay, so that means it's full.
Is it full?
Well, it's on green. It could have went up a bit more, but... Okay, so it's going up more. It's still on green. This is brilliant. Look, it's working. I was a bit nervous at the beginning of... A bit nervous on the beginning of this video, that's why I didn't speak. Is it? Okay, that'll do. We're up there now. I'm happy with that. That's brilliant. I am so happy. How much does that cost me? £4. £4 to fill my little bottle up. I am so happy. So it works. It absolutely works. Right, so we've just been to the petrol garage, as you just saw. Our first time filling up. I can't believe it worked. I should believe it. I should have more faith. But it worked an absolute treat, and it was very easy. There was nothing to it. And my bottle was on red, and it went right up to green, filled it up for £4 2p, which is unbelievable. So the connection all works, there's no leaks, no nothing, everything's fine. So glad that all worked, and I've still got my van. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, see you in the next one.